Hello everyone, welcome back to Thedas and Dragon Age Origins. Last time we played, we um, did the Warden's Keep DLC and went to Soldier's Peak, and I got this cool new armor. Now I actually look like a royal commander instead of a rogue. Um, but with that DLC out of the way, we're going to go ahead and continue our quest to find the Urn of Sacred Ashes. And our first stop is, well, after we go to camp, we're going to head to Haven, which is a little town nestled in the Frostback Mountains, which is where the trail for Brother Genitivi, the monk that was researching I almost said Grail, the urn, was last spotted. Alright. Also, hold on, I'm going to make sure that my voice is coming through. Alright. Okay, I'm coming through. Cool. Let us continue on to the camp. Okay.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
Yes, you had me quite worried.
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. Remember my apprentice, Petra? She encountered a demon in the tower. It would have killed her had I not intervened. I saved her life that day, but I did not survive that encounter with the demon.
But you're standing right here.
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back firmly but gently, as a mother would a child eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
That's an amazing story.
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me, even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
Then we better make the best of that time.
Yes, that we will.
All right. Let's do the rounds here real quick. I don't think we'll get much out of Shale.
It speaks. Its journeys are fascinating. I had thought its chances slim, but perhaps I'm even wrong on that point. Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I
Yeah,
see no
so
reason
we're
to go.
going in circles with this one. No, stay. You're quite helpful.
No doubt. Without me, it would have to carry its inventory on its own. Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling.
All right. We'll try. I know Sten's dialogue wheel is off or finished. Same with Morgan's until we finish her loyalty mission. Same with Liliana. But we'll try Zevran here.
What say you?
Can I answer some questions?
By all means.
Why did you want to leave the Crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin after all is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
But what would you rather do?
Now that you mention it, I am not entirely certain. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The Crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
And that system works?
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
So what is it that you fancy exactly?
I fancy many things. I fancy things that are beautiful, and things that are strong. I fancy things that are dangerous and exciting. Would you be offended if I said I fancied you?
No, but you needn't bother.
Ah, that's too bad. I do so enjoy it when I get to be flirty. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Well, happy to have you along.
And here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way? Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Just go to the campfire and chant, or say the names Crows 3 times, and they will appear. Okay, we'll try win.
What's on your mind?
Why did the spirit choose to help you?
I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
I've never experienced that before.
I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Do spirits watch people like that?
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
Well, You mean it protected you?
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
I suppose it felt it wasn't your time yet.
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
Well, I'm glad you think traveling with me is worthy of your time.
I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare her for the task that is yet before her. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger wagging.
I'll hold you to it.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Well, that's 'cause my parents raised me right. Alright, pretty sure everyone's dialogue is wrapping up, so let's go ahead and gather our party and oh wait, no, I'm gonna sell some shit. Because we're starting to get heavy.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright, let's see here. Let's get rid of the mace. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of that. No one uses it. That. Well, I'll keep the longbow. For now. But not the short bow. Pretty chain mail gloves. Get rid of those. Charge mitts. Don't need those. Don't need those. Don't need those. Let's get rid of the cured stuff. Okay. Keep that. Can get rid of the demonic poison, the acid coating, the venom. Unless you're grounding that. And the wolf belt. Alright. Okay. And do you have any rumors, good sir?
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Have you heard any rumors?
There's news come out of Redcliffe at last. Seems that Arl Eamon has come down with some deadly sickness, probably the blight, and he may even die. If he does, it probably means no one else can stand up to Tyrn Loghain in the Landsmeet. Rather fortunate turn for Tyrn, no? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
I already knew that, but
Of
thank you.
course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
Alright. That's what I thought. There we go. Yeah, okay. I'll All right. On the road. Okay, so we're gonna want Win. I technically don't need Liliana. But she's got some story stuff, so we'll do that. And we'll temporarily bring in Sten. Then we'll switch out for Alistair.
Yes.
After a bit. Okay. Village of Haven. Oh. Encounter. Are we fighting or trading? Looks like we're fighting. Yep, definitely fighting. Alright, let's go. Fuck. We gotta kill that fireball dude. Is there no way to get up there? Oh, there is. Just gotta go this way. Hi, Ray. Welcome to stream. Our white mage just went all badass. Well, shit. Damn tipsy, you had drinks for dinner. Alright. Well, thank you for lurk.
That was a most difficult battle.
It was interesting and draining.
I said, did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
So you could kill yourself for doing this.
Well, that's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
You know yourself best.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
Alright, so Sten has an injury, penalty to willpower, whatever. He'll be fine. Alright, let's raise your constitution. Alright. Let's do Sunder Armor. And then Liliana has a penalty to maximum health. You are gonna take this. God damn it. Use. There you go. Now let's loot the dead.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Alright. There we go. On the road again. Village of Haven. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and summon the bear.
What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here.
So this is Haven.
What do you want?
Is there a Brother Genetivi here?
Who? Perhaps revered Father Eirik will know of
Revered
who you
father,
speak.
huh?
Unfortunately, he's ministering to the villagers at the moment and cannot be disturbed.
But
Revered
Andros?
father? I've never heard of this.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
Alright. Are your traditions very different from ours?
Our ways are not the ways of the lowland cities.
I have some questions about Haven.
Ask and be on your way.
How long has Haven been here?
Haven's always been here. My family knows no other home.
Who's in charge of the village?
Father Eirik is our spiritual leader and guide. He's in the chantry giving a sermon. You should not disturb
Oh,
him.
I'm gonna disturb him. Why haven't I heard of Haven before?
We keep to ourselves. We see no need to announce our presence to the world. It's more peaceful that way.
I'm sure. Okay. I don't even know anything about Haven.
Then perhaps you should return to the lowlands.
Oh, no. Why do you have a revered father? Priests are women.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
I would like to explore Haven for a while.
We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo.
Yeah, well, fuck you. I'm a Grey Warden. And two, I am the last heir to the Cousland throne. So you will show me respect. Have you heard of the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
The urn is nothing but a legend.
But Brother Genetivi's research suggests there may be more.
I do not know who Brother Genetivi is or what he says. However, I'm sure people can convince themselves of anything.
And you don't know if Brother Genetivi has come here.
No.
Very well, excuse me.
You may trade for supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
I suggest we tread carefully here. Something is amiss.
No kidding.
Interesting strategy. Tell me, do you intend to keep going north until it becomes south and attack the Archdemon from the rear?
I want to say what are you talking about, but this is Sten. And approve. Okay, so Sacred Ashes. I don't ever see it coming.
Truly, it would surprise me if my enemy counterattacked by running away and climbing a mountain.
Let's see here. This will help us to stop Logain.
And that is more important than the Blight?
Can't deal with the Blight while Loghain acts against us.
Why? His army was broken at Ostagar. He is a solitary old man. Why do you fear him?
He killed Duncan.
Revenge will not end the Blight. We're wasting effort. I will not simply follow in your shadow as you run from battle.
I'm not running.
Then turn and fight. You keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, hi, Sly. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, we're in the middle of sticks in a mountain town, and this place reeks of cult shenanigans. It's the middle of nowhere. They're off the grid. They've got a dude priest instead of a woman priest, and that's not how Andraste works. Let's see here. Let's, since Sten clearly doesn't. This reeks. Do you guys smell the fishing? Yes, we totally do. I'm gonna switch out Sten for Alistair, because Sten's questioning my authority. And I don't like that. So,
Yes.
Alistair will be my warrior.
Yes.
Indeed.
I am the last remaining heir to the Cousland throne, and eventual ruler of Ferelden. You will address me with due respect. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, we got a chest here. Let's see how you feel about that. Alright. Yeah, we'll take all that. Codex updated. This altar appears to have been used recently. A pool of blood remains, running over the sides in dark rivulets.
I was not expecting to find something so unsettling.
Used for food preparation, perhaps?
Does meat bleed that much?
I'm just trying to be optimistic. The other explanation is slightly more disturbing.
This village is not quite what it seems, is it?
Yay! We found blood sacrifice! Oh, well. We also found cultists that don't like me. Well, that went well. Let's do rapid shot. Alright.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
So, you know
Got
that
it.
I'm a Templar, right?
I believe what I heard was that you were not, in fact, a Templar. You were trained as one before you became a Grey Warden.
That's right. But I still have all the abilities of one, of course. That doesn't make you nervous.
Should it? I am no apostate. Perhaps you should be directing this question at Morrigan.
She claims not to be afraid of me. Or anything, really. But you've had more experience with the Templars than her. I know how mages can sometimes...
The Templars serve a function, and a necessary one. If what has happened at the tower proves anything, it is that we mages can be dangerous, even to ourselves.
That's one way of looking at it.
And regardless, you seem like a decent enough young man. If you decide to slaughter me out of hand, I'm sure you would at least inform me first, no?
Oh, sure. Count on it.
I think, more or less, Alistair was wanting to make sure you weren't uncomfortable with him. Because a lot of mages, and rightly so, kind of feel uneasy around the Templars. And Alistair doesn't want you to. I'm sure if you kill me, I had a good reason for it. I mean, Alistair is lawful good, but if forced to choose between the two, he will do good rather than lawful. Carolina here is more neutral to chaotic good. She does have kleptomania, that's why she's a rogue, but she's also, you know, heir to the Ferelden throne, so there's got to be some involved. Oh, mage. Reaver, huh? Grab that. Grab that. Open crate. Alright, so what's in here? What disturbing things are we gonna find in this place? Ooh, Mage's Eye, Dragon Thorn. It's a longbow. Tilo, boots, and a locket. Okay, yeah, we're gonna take all that. And we're going to switch out that for that. And I'll improve it later. Actually, we're going to keep that for now. Well, you know what? Screw it. We're going to show you guys how the utility thingy works. I just have to unequip everything else that I don't want modded. Skills. Utility thingy. Alright. Okay. We're going to do the item enhancer. Set enhancement rules. Clear rules. Yes. Alright, so we're not going to worry about property because it's already at tier 7. Properties. Do elemental damage, fire. Do +10. Character stats. Wait, hold on. Let's see here. Pages. Let's see here. Miscellaneous. Crit backstab power. Let's do that. Do 10%. And then we'll just do Dex plus 5. That works. Alright. Alright, we will process our equipment. And there we go. As you can see, we've got the extra stuff. So now let's go ahead and equip our other stuff. That, Warden Commander, Commander Boots, Warden Commander Armor. Harvest that. Okay. Yeah, I do like the look of that bow. That's a great looking bow. Okay, so we got chests here. More boots. Chest. And a dead body.
Now's better than later.
The armor and clothing left on this dismembered man in case he was once one of Arl Eamon's men. Great! So they do know about this, and they're hiding it from me. So now this has turned into a rescue mission. Or vengeance. In all honesty, it's probably going to be vengeance.
Got it.
The Avars. Driven across the Frostbacks in ancient times, the Alamari tribesmen split into 3 groups. One settled in the Ferelden Valley, one was pushed in the Kokori Wilds, and the last returned to the mountains. Modern Fereldans bear little resemblance to their Alamari ancestors, and the Chasen remember a few of their traditions, but the Avars have changed little throughout the ages. Like the Chastened, the Avars are not a united people. Each tribe fends for itself, and is beholden only to its thane. They still follow their own gods, Korth the Mountain Father, Hakon Winter's Breath, the Lady of Skies, as well as dozens of animal gods never named to outsiders. Nothing lasts in the mountains. Wind and rain eventually eat away the strongest holds. Valleys that were arable one generation are locked in year-round ice the next. Game is constantly on the move. Even amongst themselves, the Avar make no absolute promises. They wed by a tradition in which the groom struggles to untie a tightly knotted rope, while the bride sings a hymn to one of the gods. How many knots he hasn't done by the time her song ends is the number of years she will spend with him. Lowlanders often forget that there is no such thing as a permanent alliance in the Frostbacks. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Patrine, Chantry Scholar. Okay. I'll take a look at the sack. Money. Going to save. Quick save. mountain. Okay, Reavers are actually the fourth
I'll get on it.
specialization for the warrior. There's the champion, the Templar, Berserker, and then the
It
Reaver.
sounds like they are singing the chant in there.
Can I get you a ladder?
Maybe we
You
should
can
have
get
a
off
look.
my back.
Well, let's go
Got
in.
it.
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her...
Hello.
Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far?
I mean, other than trying to kill me. You killed Knights of Redcliffe. I saw the bodies.
This, my brothers, is what happens when you let an outsider into the village. They have no respect for our privacy. She will tell others of us if we let her. Word will spread, and then what? You, stranger, do not understand our ways. You would bring war to Haven in your ignorance.
Well, what about Brother Genetivi? What have you done with him?
We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
Is that so? No. I'm getting the feeling that we're not going to be able to leave anyone here alive.
Got it.
Cultist medallion. Alright, well. Let's do my men. Oh, hello. Chests. Scribe chest. Ring of Faith. A small silver bar. Okay. And a studded leather helm. Hardened. Interesting.
Now's better than later.
Who are you? They sent you to finish it.
I'm Carolina. Last heir of the Cousland throne.
You don't know how glad I am to see someone who isn't from this village. The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
I have some bandages. Maybe that'll help. Or when can you help?
I can set the leg and ease some of the pain, but he'll need a lot of rest in order to heal.
I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain.
I need to find the ashes. Eamon gets sicker by the day.
The Arl is sick. Will he live?
The Jarl was poisoned under Loghain's orders.
Politics never did anyone any good. The
Politics
Jarl is a noble
sucks.
soul, but the ashes will surely cure him.
That's what we're
Haven
hoping.
lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Iric wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it.
This medallion?
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you.
Are you sure you can make the journey?
It is not that far, and will you let me lean on you? For the urn, any pain is worth enduring.
Could you answer some questions for me first?
All right. What is on your mind?
Do you know about the knights who are sent to look for you?
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Iric said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men.
Iric's not gonna be bothering anyone else for a while.
Good. Iric and his fellows were a blemish in the Maker's sight. If the Maker would even deign to look upon this world, that is. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we?
Alright. Haven's a little odd, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be.
Why does Haven have revered fathers?
I do not know. When the Chantry was established, it was decided that only female priests would ever be ordained. It is possible that the villagers, the disciples of Andraste, predate the Chantry and so have no knowledge of the Chantry's rules.
What do you know about Haven and his people?
They call themselves the disciples of Andraste. They are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the urn, but they speak of Andraste as though she was still alive.
Is that possible?
I'm old enough to know that anything is possible, child. Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Let's see here. What were the villagers doing with you?
They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that.
I'm not Andraste. I'm just Carolina. They were playing a place of fake TV in Denerim. Did they ask you about your search for the urn?
Oddly enough, no. I mentioned it when I got here, which was probably what got me captured, and then it was never mentioned again.
The ashes will cure Arleman, won't they?
I certainly hope the ashes will save him. The legends speak of their miraculous powers. There are many stories of pilgrims being healed, the blind seeing, and the lame dancing in joy. Perhaps it is Andraste that does this. Perhaps it is belief itself. By believing the ashes are magical, you make them so.
It's why the red ship goes faster. It's 'cause we think it does. 'Cause it is. And because we think it, it is so. Red ship faster. Gun shoot because I know it shoot. That's all I know about the orcs from Warhammer. Well, Carolina is a faithful Andrastian, so she'll go with it is Andraste. Compassion for others lives on.
Anyway, that can be discussed once we actually have the ashes, and the Arl is better.
That's enough talk for now, I think.
So run along and get that medallion then.
Brother, I think you should know about Waylon.
Waylon? What about him?
I found they had him killed. An imposter was put in his place.
Oh, poor Waylon. I should never have dragged you into this. Maker take you into his hands, my boy.
I'm sorry, brother.
He believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say?
God damn it. Okay, well... I need to figure out how to turn off Steam notifications. I'm ready to leave for the temple.
Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down.
Okay. Hello, casual. Yeah, I know Steam, but I don't want to let other people know when my Steam friends are online. So I'm going to hopefully not. Okay, yeah, good. How do I turn off Steam notifications? I guess that would be... Settings, notifications. Casual. Let's see here. Pardon me, guys. Okay. Set here. Settings. Notifications. My friend. There. I'll just turn them all off. Okay. Hopefully that works. Alright. We're gonna quick save.
Here we are. Give me the medallion.
Source,
Let's see if I remember.
I've got a fire sword.
It can be manipulated, just like this. And there.
The sword on my right
open the
is
way.
fire. The sword on my left, I think it's ice. I wonder who created that.
It may have been passed down through the generations, from the first people who built the temple. Now, where does this go? Oh, what I would give to have seen this hall in all its splendor, as it was meant to be. Still, sweep away the ice and the snow, and traces of beauty remain.
You need to stay alert now, brother.
I'm sorry, what? I was a little distracted, I apologize. These carvings were created just after Andraste's death, and they may reveal things about her life that we do not yet know. I think I need more time to study these statues and carvings.
We need to secure it first. You want to stay here? Is it safe?
I could not keep up with you with my injuries. I should be safe. I don't think there are any villagers here. Go. I will be all right. Perhaps my destiny was only to lead you to the urn.
Is there anything else I need to know about the temple?
It was designed to protect the urn from those who would steal it or do harm to it. Namely, the Tevinter Imperium.
Well, I don't intend to harm the urn.
I would hope not. And if the legends speak truly, you will never reach the urn with malice in your heart. Only the faithful shall lay eyes on the sacred ashes. Death and misfortune await the unbeliever. The Maker's gaze has fallen on Andraste's final resting place. He weeps for his beloved, and his wrath at her betrayers endures.
So it is the wrath of the Maker that strikes men down?
That is what the legend says, and the Maker may indeed watch this place. Read between the lines, however, and you'll understand that it is merely a simple truth draped in hyperbole and metaphor. After all, no one wants to hear, Willie toiled for many a year to perfect the curious mechanisms that would send a sharpened spike up the arse of the unwary intruder.
Cunning.
I think my decision to stay here was the best one, don't you?
Definitely. I'll be back soon.
I'll be right here if you need me. Now I need something to...
Alright, so, but yeah, casual, here's my weapons. My main one is actually this bow, Mage's Eye. I may have modded it to give it more stuff than it probably should have, like 10 fire damage. And then my melee weapons, I've got my offhand Olaf's Prize Cheese Knife. It's got electricity damage and cold damage. And then the family sword has plus 10 fire damage, plus 5 electric damage, plus 10 damage for darkspawn. And I'll be improving it after stream with a mod that totally
Still standing.
is legitimate.
This temple must be thousands of years old.
Hi. Yeah, if even unarmed people are gonna go after a bunch of armed soldiers, I don't think I'm gonna be able to, not kill everyone. Also, Win, I got a present for you. There you go.
Oh, marvelous.
Eliana.
Oh,
There you go.
how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Alright. And since we're here, let's summon my bear. Because I'm a ranger. I can summon bears.
Got it.
Unbound. You asked, so I'm telling. Don't go. The stories talk of riches, but never the names. never where they supposedly spent their wealth. I heard the same tales as Lad and Denerim, felt the same pull. But it's a lie, son. They may paint a trail, but once you're on it, does it lead to the beast? Back to you. Unsigned letter, father to son. Alright, well. What's down here? Can't unlock. Okay. But
Got
that
it.
one I can.
Books. You think any of those might still be readable?
I'll get on it.
Ancient encrypted scrolls. Ancient texts. Book.
What's on
God
your
damn
mind?
it. Is there something we can do to cure you?
Cure me? What? Am I sick now?
Well, I guess death isn't an illness, is it?
Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child. Your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
I don't fear death, it's the dying that scares me.
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only
Such
talked
review.
about. But why should you fear death if you are
Kind
content
of.
with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content.
I mean,
it is enough.
I do believe in an afterlife. Because, you know, Christian. And I'd like to think that I've got a shot at the good place. I'm not going to say for, you know, a matter of fact that I'm definitely going there, because you can never know. So I think that's an accurate way to say it, that I don't fear being dead. I fear the dying part, because you very much hear. I mean, I can totally understand that too. I mean, I don't want to be dead. But everybody has a time. We just don't know it. And when it's mine, I mean, I'm scared of when that time comes. But after it passes, and like, I don't know. Quick death versus slow burning of flesh and crisp. Good God, gosh. I mean, that's one way to put it. But logically, I know that all things come to an end. Thanks. Are you content? Anyway, you're back. But yeah, the logically, I know that all things come to an end. All lives eventually end. And theologically, I know that there is an afterlife. I'm hoping that through my faith and actions that I will go to heaven, but that is never a guarantee. And that's not really our. I mean, we can influence it, but ultimately, it's not up to me. But the lizard brain that I have is always telling me fight, survive, live another day. So it's complicated. Are you content?
I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the Fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah. If I were an atheist or agnostic, I'd probably fear death a lot more. Leaning more towards reincarnation. Well, if reincarnation is real, I want to come back as a spoiled house cat. I think they live pretty good lives. But, and that's fair. I was raised Christian. While I've got problems with the various things about the church, the core tenets I still believe in. Mainly, I think the church has gotten a little too involved with earthly things. If that makes any sense. Oh. It would help if you were pressing the right key, Raz. Lizard Brain wants more cheeseburgers. Yeah, the human instinct to fight and survive is really powerful. It can be overridden, of course, but very good ones. My favorite pope was John Paul II. He might have been before your time, Sly, but I always liked that one. But by the time Francis came to be Pope, I kind of no longer consider myself Catholic. Cav's like, I just don't want a lame death like some people when they die from system shock, no actual failure. I don't know how I want to go out. On the one hand, I would like to live as long as possible and have a peaceful death, sleep in my bed. Oh, you're ortho. That would make sense, given where your family is from, or at least I think is from. Yeah. Yeah, Orthodox would be that area. I was born, baptized, and confirmed Catholic, but due to local priest being a dick to step Papa Raz, who was Lutheran, we kind of started going to Lutheran churches, and I just started considering myself Lutheran. Alright, Ray. Good night. Thanks for dropping by. Well, I mean, the Pope is, even if you're not Catholic, they are an important figure in Christendom. So, I mean, they're like a spiritual role model, if you will. So even if you don't believe that they speak with the divine word of God, they're still a role model. Come on. Armor of Diligence. Okay. We can give that to Sten. Gonna meet that ancient old man that's too good at sexual relations and getting at the moment I've not had any sensual relations. I just haven't found the right dancing partner yet. Oh god. But yeah, I'm not sure if I want to have, you know, like the peaceful die in your sleep of old age, or if I want to go, no, blaze of glory, you know, the masculine urge to have a last stand. All while the Deadpool Wolverine version of Like a Prayer is playing.
I see a trap.
Well, then maybe you should take care of that.
Got it.
I tried to be merciful.
Last hang at the nursing home, trying to get the final bingo card. Hey, have you heard the thing about Valhalla? And the only way to get in Valhalla is to die in battle. So this old Norwegian in a nursing home, as he's about to die, throws his juice box at the nurse, because that way he technically dies in battle. I like that meme. Be the last stand lizard brain in the cheeseburger in the kitchen. I mean, I do like cheeseburgers, but I can't do fast food anymore. My stomach don't like it. I mean, it's not that I throw it up, it's just that, you know, let's just say McDonald's gives a similar reaction to me that Taco Bell usually does. For the glory of God. Juice box means war. See old people strongly pick up stuff. I mean, juice boxes are great. I would love to have a juice box at work. Wendy's! Yeah, Wendy's doesn't make me sick yet. But I don't like their fries. Well, if I'm gonna eat a burger, it's probably gonna be from a more traditional restaurant than fast food. Or, you know, from like a grill. Acquired Taco Bell immunity per coin flip for McDonald's. Yeah, I know you're immune to Taco Bell. You eat it every day.
I'm sorry. Am I too quick for you?
You've only eaten it twice. Oh, yeah. Would you attack him? Alright, let's level Alistair up. Let's give him some con. Up his survival. Just, I mean, it was everyone was just standing there. I'll give him shield expertise. Looks like we need to level up his dex next. Dusty.
Something you need, my dear?
Nope, not at the moment. Jason Sagmeet for Ogren. Gotcha. Also, in case you haven't guessed, yes, my character is romancing Alistair because that's the only way she can become queen of Ferelden. Also, Alistair is adorkable, so, you know, there's that. Ornate chest.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Black Pearl. Guys, we found it! We found the Black Pearl! Stop blowing holes in my ship! Alright. Save. We're gonna go back downstairs to open the door that's, you know...
Something I can help with?
Actually, come to think of it, we could ask Ileana
Something I
about
can
this
help
place.
with?
What do you know about this place?
Next to nothing, I'm afraid.
God damn it.
Perhaps there is little to know about this place, or I simply have not discovered its secrets yet.
Alright, let's just move on. But yeah, optimally, I should have 2 warriors. And not Liliana, because I'm a rogue. She's a rogue, we double up. And you don't need to double up on rogues. But she has special dialogue lines. God damn it.
Let me! Let me! We won? We did it! Yay! We...
See, Alistair just went, yay, we won!
Now's better than later.
Alright, let's just quick save that. Okay. I'll consider that casual. Although Lawrence is a little bit out of my way. But if I'm not allergic to it, I'll try it out. I hate to go all the way to Lawrence and then realize, oh, the oil that they fry stuff in is deadly to me. I mean, yeah, Lawrence isn't too far out of the way. It's just far enough away that I like to have a... Also, it's basketball season in the rounds. Before I breathe them with questions, tell them to roll the carpet for you. Oh yeah, that'll make him love me.
Alright, alright.
Ooh, I got heavy hitter. I don't know what that is.
I'll get you a ladder so you can get off my back. Breaking a sweat already? Ha!
Lillian's like, I'm here, I can... Oh, he's dead. Never
I'll get
mind.
on it.
The Holy Brazier. The brazier that stands atop the stairs of the Great Hall in our temple has always been something of a mystery to us. This is the brazier that created the beings we call the Ash Wraiths. This is where the Andraste's followers immolated themselves and became the eternal guardians of her temple. I have painstakingly pieced together information from old books and from tales and half-truths passed down to us by our forefathers. I believe I now understand the ritual used to create the wraiths. The brazier was lit with consecrated taper, its flame taken from everlasting fire that long ago consumed Andraste herself. The chosen disciple would fast and pray for weeks, taking into his body nothing but a sip of water a day. When the disciple was finally ready, he would place in his mouth a flawless black pearl and step into the flames. In ancient Aventura, black pearls were thought to be magical, able to stop the soul from passing through the veil when held in the mouth at the moment of death. Thus, Andraste's disciples consigned themselves to the eternal flame. They became dust and ashes, and rose again and again to protect the most beloved of the Maker. From the Journal of Father Colgrim. Right. Well, okay. $250 damage with single. Oh, okay.
I see a trap.
Would you stop triggering all the traps, god damn it?
I see a trap.
My bear's going after that archer. Go, Baloo! Oh, way to go. You triggered all the traps. Congratulations. I hope you're happy.
I'll get on it.
I haven't been to Freddy's in a while. Probably because it's just gotten too risky for me to eat there. Allergy-wise.
You're hopeless! You'll get no mercy from me! Let's make this quick! Alright, here comes trouble! I'll get on it.
I've had, for me, it really depends upon what the fries are cooked in. The oil, like vegetable oil's not that great, but I once went to someone's place where they did fries in, I think, lard. Oh my god, they tasted amazing. Best fries I ever had. Alright, so this is gonna be a giant loop. You trying to duck fed fries? Alright, I will put it on my radar. Alright. Cultist mage. Oh, shit.
I know how desperate you are. You're pathetic! Now's better than later.
Oh boy. Okay. Will this be an actual chest? Yay, it is. How about this one?
Can I get you a lamp?
No.
Mine's back.
Alright. Cool. Yay, potion. Baloo, you're helpful, but I will de-summon you if you get in my way again.
Aldrashley's earthly husband and her betrayer.
Okay. I'll go around the other way. chest there that I didn't see. Okay. Let's just open that. Elf Flight Arrow. Okay. Ancient Elven Gloves. Fine. Let's see here, what kind of... Let's go ahead and do ice arrows, since we're fighting ash wraiths.
Got it. I'll get it. Make it
Alright. Well, we leveled up. It's level 13. We'll go ahead and up our con for health. Do master stealth. Feign death. Let's see here. Let's do our master ranger. We're gonna despawn. Oh, he just straight up died. Okay. And then we're gonna resummon Voodoo. Now you big bar! He is definitely thick. Fucking misdirection hacks.
I see a trap. Alright, alright. That's right, come on! I tried to be merciful.
Let's take these away.
That's
Alright.
Archon Hysarian, the Magister who ordered Andraste burned to death and then took mercy on her at the last second.
Alright. I think they did. Alright. Spirit shard. Lesser injury kit. Okay.
Got it.
Goddamn misdirection hex.
Maker be praised.
Where the fuck is my mouse? Oh, there it is. I hate this mouse cursor because it's so easy for me to lose track of where it is. It's like, I spend half the time in comments like, okay, where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. I click on a target. Oh wait, he's already dead.
I see a trap. A dragon, a worthy opponent.
Oh, it's a baby dragon. Can I? Options. Mouse. I guess I'll have to mod it in or something. But no, getting like a modded cursor so I can actually see it might help.
How sad. All that muscle, and it still has no chance. Now's better than
He just froze his own teammate. Oh yeah, I remember those days. Use the offhand to stick the target in place and use the primary to lop their head off. We'll bring that. But we're getting heavy, so we're gonna not take the boots.
I see a trap. Get off my back.
eggs. I wonder if those are dragon eggs. We lost our white mage. Well, they had two enemy mages. One was like doing all the debuff hexes. Oh, wait, no, we didn't lose our white mage. We lost Liliana, our other rogue. That's a lot more survivable.
I'll get on it.
You got injury, broken bone. Yeah, you're gonna need an injury kit. There you go.
All right, all right.
Hands, blood armor to next recruit. Welcoming. Here you go. Why is it covered in blood? Don't worry about it. Alright, alright. I like the sassy voice of Carolina. It's like, alright, I'm going. Jesus Christ. Alright, I think we want to go this way. Pile of dragon filth. Okay. Oh. Drakes!
Defend yourself.
Uh-oh. I think the game's starting to go because the backgrounds are going crazy. Drake scale. Stone warrior statuette. Okay. Pile of dragonfield. How they find? Slot. Your nickname's not Pile of Dragonfilth, it's the Thievius Raccoonus. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and exit the game real quick. And then we're gonna resume game. That's better. Okay. Of course, that means we have more of these. Actually, I'm not going to have any of those for Carolina.
Yes?
Liliana will get this one. And then Win will get that one and that one. Alright.
Immediately.
Alright, so up your willpower. Alright, let's see here. Let's do haste. Mana cleanse. Spell Knight. Spell Magic. Magic Ward. Mind Blast. And Force Field. Okay. You get that. And I want you to have Dual Weapon Expert. And you get that. Next, survival. Alright. How many pools of blood? A lot of pools of blood. All the pools of blood. Alright. We'll go and save. Yeah, one of the mods I have is every time I load into the game, I get one book of each of the level up types. So one of the Greater Mortal Vessel, which gives me 2 attribute points, one of the 1 attribute point book, one of the Get a Magic Spell book, one of the Get a Physical Talent book, and one of the Get a Skill book. That's why Carolina is so ridiculously broken right now. And I'm not apologizing. I've played vanilla Dragon Age. It's good, but mods make it fun. Go this way. Got the mark of death, apparently. Nice job, Alistair.
Lava? Do you think this mountain is about to erupt? Because I don't really want to be here when it does.
Oh, it'll be fine.
I see a trap. Can I get you a knife? You can get off my back.
Spell immunity. keep giving yourself immunity to spells when I'm stabbing you. That's not gonna work. Drake scales.
Now's better than later.
Yeah, the Drakes have a lot of
Alright,
blood.
alright.
Oh yeah, Liliana leveled up. Okay. You need more cunning. You'll do combat tactics. Captivating zone. Okay. Spellweaver. For an arcane warrior. We don't have one of those yet, but we'll eventually get one. I think I'll turn Wynn into an arcane warrior. That way she can have some armor. It's always good for the white mage to have armor. This isn't leading outside, is it? Nope, this is the hatchery. Drake! Wynn leveled up. Alright, let's up her willpower so she can get more magic. And up her con. Yeah, let's do Petrify. That'll be fun. Dragon Egg.
Alright.
Ice Bolt, Life Drinker, Blood Mage. Do that. I might make Morrigan a Blood Mage. I haven't decided yet. Alright, Sly. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good night. I'm probably going to be heading off here soon, too.
I'll get on it.
F5. fire arrows since I already got some.
What's on your mind?
Takes a fireball to face, ignores it, and disable the track like it was nothing. I have fire resistance! Do you have any regrets at all?
I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life. Made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else.
What did you do?
Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
But the mages treat the elves and humans alike.
All he knew of the humans was what he had seen in the alienage. He was very wary of us. What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home. Time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential just to be difficult.
And what did he think of you?
Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. He might have thought I was a demon in disguise. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
What happened to him?
Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
Phylactery?
The phylactery is a vial of blood taken from a mage. But blood is connected to life, and your blood can be used to track you down. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
It's not your fault, Wynn.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Anarin. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
Well, maybe he did find the Dalish.
The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student.
See, there is a bright side.
And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
Well, we're eventually gonna have to,
Now's better than later.
go to the Dalish. We can keep an eye out for him. Meanwhile, sorry, I gotta stab this guy.
Over your head!
Alright, I think we're getting close to the exit. And once we get to the exit, we'll go ahead and call it a strand. Because this is longer than I remember it. Colgrim.
Stop! You will go no further!
Oh, is that so?
You have defiled our temple. You have spilled the blood of the faithful and slaughtered our young. No more. You will tell me now, intruder, why you have done all this. Why have you come here?
I've come from the urn of sacred ashes.
You did this all for an ancient relic. Know this, stranger. The prophet Andraste has overcome death itself, and has returned to her faithful in a form more radiant than you can imagine. Not even the Tevinter Imperium could hope to slay her now. What hope do you have?
And what has happened to the ashes?
They are still within this temple. But why do we need ashes when we serve the risen Andraste in all her glory?
Mad Andraste. Treat the ashes with such disdain.
What are they but the remains of a mortal woman?
Then you should have no qualms about giving them to me.
So you are after the ashes? Perhaps there is a way for you to make up for your desecration of our home and temple.
Why do you suddenly want to cooperate with me?
It may be because I believe in second chances. All of us stumble through the darkness before being found and shown the light. Perhaps, through Andraste's mercy, her greatest enemy will become her greatest champion.
Just say what you have to say.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Father Colgrim. I lead the disciples of Andraste. The ashes you seek reside atop this mountain, watched by an immortal guardian who refuses to accept the truth of the risen lady. Now the ashes prevent Holy Andraste from fully realizing her new form. They are a remnant of her past incarnation, and she cannot move on as long as they exist.
Do you want to destroy the ashes? I would see you dead first.
To arms, my brethren! Andraste will grant us victory!
I see enemies ahead.
Our nation will fight out your entrance!
Alright. Heal. Ah, you son of a bitch! Lost our white mage. That's not good. Lost our warrior. Hey, guess what?
Now's better than later. Alright, alright.
Alright, greater injury kit. Faith's Edge Silverite. Colgrim's Horn. You sound this horn from the top of the mountain overlooking the village of Haven to summon the High Dragon! Lovely. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of Spin. There. Have a ring. Also, use that. Penalty to willpower. Actually, when heal, rejuvenate. Revive. Regen. Isn't there a spell that lets you get rid of? No. Okay. I thought there was a spirit healer thing that lets you. Let's see here. Oh, cleansing aura. Okay. Alright, Alistair. Eat your medicine. Give me the soul bomb and the acid flask. The trap trigger. Oh. I thought I told you to eat your medicine. There you go. Okay, well. Let's see. Grab the health potion. Grab the health potion. And we're going to go ahead and save here. Thank you all for joining me. Tomorrow morning we're going to have, or in Cyberpunk, we're going to do some side quests and gigs and stuff in City Center. Then in Mass Effect 3 on Sunday, we're going to do some Citadel stuff. And then we're going to do the From Ashes DLC to get Javik. Monday in Final Fantasy X-2. We're going to go through Mushroom Rock Road to have some dealings with the Youth League. Then we're going to head to Jose Temple. Wednesday afternoon in RoboCop, we're going to take care of the Steel Vultures in the quarry. Wednesday evening with the Floof, we're going to investigate these chemical superweapons that the mid-century Germans are dealing with in Sniper Elite Resistance. Thursday, in the aircraft showcase, we're going over my least favorite aircraft, the Su-47 Burkett. And then next week, in Dragon Age Origins, we're going to finish the quest for Sacred Ashes. Let's see here. and we're going to... We might actually be able to fight the dragon. I'm not sure, though. Let's see here. I think... Okay, so she's going to be level 15. We might see if we can sneak by, and we'll kill her later. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I hope to see you guys tomorrow morning with Cyberpunk. Have a great night, and have a great weekend, everybody.